Hi everyone, Phil here. A lot of these companies now are gauging the responses of customer feedback from the customer services side. And here's something I've just done this morning. I bought 3 mattresses and I contacted this company online, and at the end of the service they've given me a questionnaire. So just have a quick look at this together. Feedback, such an important word. Take home message really is that with these surveys it's important to know more about the person completing the survey. Look at this question 1, rating. How happy would you be to chat with this advisor again? Suppose this advisor's bonus was based on just one question. If he got a lot of, or she got a lot of poor marks on the scale of 1 to 10, then they might be out of a job. But that would not be reflective of the true situation, because if you look at question 2 here, how was your query resolved? Yes or no? It's more likely it's got an association between these two things. A customer's query that was resolved is more likely to give a higher rating than somebody with a low than was not resolved. Looking at this first question, you can see it's a 10-point Likert scale. It's all no. And the second question is on the nominal scale, yes and no. This thing about finding more about the participant who's answering the questionnaire is pretty important. It just reminds me of like when I was teaching in a college one time, and this college places great emphasis on the feedback of their students, so they take a termly feedback. And one term I got absolutely slated on the maths side of my feedback. I mean, I don't really take feedback too seriously because the questionnaire wasn't really well set up. But then you had a maths professor, coming up to me very anxious about why I was getting poor feedback. And the one question that he was looking at was, are you the student generally satisfied with the class? To which most of the students answered not very, or not at all. So if you took this one question literally, you'll say that, oh, this teacher's terrible. Should he be fired? But then if you look at the students who are taking the course, look at the backgrounds, you'll see that these students did not elect to do maths. They are like humanities, they're like geography students who actually hate maths, most of them. And they probably didn't do high level maths at school. They may have stopped studying maths at the age of 16. So the fact that even if you give them a great teacher, they're not likely to know. And this is borne out in psychological experiments that show you that people who are familiar with something of a field or a subject are better judges of that person providing the service. For example, I'm not expert in eye surgery or anything, but supposing I had an eye problem and I went to an eye doctor, how would I know that this eye doctor was any good or not? I might base it purely on a superficial thing of the guy's presentation. So it's probably a similar thing like in class. Alright, let's go to the third question anyway, so I'm not kind of going off at a tangent. Action. What would you have done had you not received any chat assistance today? Well, this is kind of a good question because it can show you about how they can allocate their resources. So this is on a nominal scale. I would have emailed, I would have called, I would have gone to store, I would have gone to find an answer online, I would have done nothing. And then the final question, feedback. This is a qualitative feedback, just write anything you like. So while the three questions here are quantitative, fourth one is qualitative. The fourth one is going to need someone to sit down and actually read through the things. If there are any kind of frequent comments cropping up, groups of comments cropping up, they can convert that also into a categorical variable. Okay, that's all from me.